Всем привет! Добро пожаловать в школу английского языка BeNat. Сегодня у нас интервью с Дэниелом. Дэниел из штата Техас. Hi Daniel, how's it going?
Hi, it's going great. How about you?
Thank you. I'm doing fine, thanks. Thank you for finding time to answer some of my questions. You come from Texas, right? United States.
That's right, Midland, Texas.
Yeah, that's very kind of unique place to me because I've never been there and very few people I know who've been there. So can you tell me just a little bit about life and how it's different from, let's say, life in California? Is it different or not?
I would say it's probably pretty different just because the states seem to have very different political stances, and I guess which changes the laws. You know, there's a lot of people who come to Texas because it's better for taxes for starting businesses.
So you have lower taxes.
Right, lower business taxes.
Okay, that's great. That's great. Tell me, do you have a lot of ranchos in Texas, or it's just the stereotypes?
A lot of ranches?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they are.
Okay.
Yeah, especially where I grew up in West Texas, closer to the border. That used to be very close. You're close to the Mexican border. That used to be one of the main professions in the town I grew up. Is if you were doing well, you were probably a rancher.
Oh, that's great. Wow, that's very interesting. Okay, why do you think Texas is successful? Because I hear people say that Texas is very economically developed, etc. So why do you think it's that?
A big part of it probably has to do with oil and gas. That's probably the only reason Midland and Odessa do as well as they do, is because we have the most prominent area of oil and gas exploration. Dallas and Fort Worth also have a lot of that, and so does Houston off the Gulf. So some of our biggest cities are mostly focused in oil and gas, and like I said, the taxes I think help as well.
Okay, all right. And one last question. Tell me, how do you cope with the climate? How do you cope with it? I know it's a little bit severe, right? Like it's very hot.
Well, especially in West Texas. In West Texas, it's a little bit different than East Texas because it's so dry. We don't have a coast anywhere near, and very few sizable lakes. So it's generally a dry climate. A lot of times I wonder why I live so far west and don't move east. But the other thing is there's always a lot of wind. I'm pretty sure I've mentioned to you before, and
Yeah,
you can have two seasons in the same day because it changes so frequently and so quickly.
because of the desert, right?
Right, especially in this area, there's not very many mountains or no forests to block the wind at all.
Yeah, okay. Okay, well, thank you so much for your answers. It was really interesting to find out more about this region of the United States. I hope to see you next time in another video.
Anytime.